Happy New Year, everybody. I know for some of us, New Year's is just another day in an arbitrary system of keeping track of time. But for most of us, New Year's is a day where we can look back and reflect on how we can do better in the future. So in this video, we're gonna go and look at all of the ways that I have been proven wrong in 2017. Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Josh and welcome to Christian Sophistry, taking apologetics to the next level. And if you're new here and you want to consider engaging in this conversation, go ahead and think about hitting that subscribe button down below and the bell notification so you don't miss anything. Okay, so I know nobody really likes admitting that they were wrong, but I think that we should. Being able to admit where we made mistakes and where we were wrong is the very mechanism that allows us to improve. If we never admit that we're wrong, then we'll never actually improve because we'll keep on believing that we're right when we're actually wrong. Now, we won't often see scholars and other professional thinkers admit that they're wrong very often. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they're right, that just means that they have some kind of reputation as a seasoned thinker. It feels kind of irresponsible to leave that in general terms there, but I'm just going to leave that there and move on. So to demonstrate how important I think that it is to admit that you were wrong, I'm going to point out a couple of videos from 2017 where I was proven wrong by you guys. Also, for context purposes, all of these videos will be linked down in the description below. Okay, so we'll be starting with the video in my Defending the Bible series called Jesus' Heart Attack. Now, before I get into this one, in my defense, I did start the video with a disclaimer that said, quick disclaimer, I'm not wholeheartedly certain that everything I'm about to say in this video is true. But as it turns out, I was so wrong in this video that a disclaimer really isn't going to do it very much justice. So as Andrew Taylor pointed out in the comments section, who according to his comment was just about to graduate from medical school, congratulations, the symptom of effusion from cardiac tamponade, which is a concept that I probably terribly mispronounced and only pretend to understand, having to do something with the gathering of fluid in a sac around your heart. That symptom heart issue thingy has nothing to do with hypovolemic shock, like at all. Which is kind of the centerpiece of the argument that I construct in that video. And I ended up getting too lazy to look up any apologists that might say anything on this issue that actually knows what they're talking about. So I don't know if there's any thinkers or professionals out there who has some variation of this argument that actually makes sense. But I can tell you that I was completely wrong in this video. And the next video that I managed to screw up was a video that was titled Pascals Wager, the most unconvincing Christian argument. Now, as many of you in the comment section and all over social media and Facebook pointed out to me, Pascal's Wager was not meant to convince the unbeliever out of his disbelief. Pascal admits that the argument was designed for people that are agnostic and on the fence about God. Now, I don't necessarily think this little bit of information renders my video incorrect, but the way that I frame the video makes it sound like I'm criticizing the video on its own intentions. Which is technically true, but the overall point of the video in criticizing the way that this argument is used with atheists, I think is still valid. Where I think I crossed the line in this video is classifying Pascal's Wager as an argument that ought to be used against atheists. But people do use this argument against atheists like all the time, and I think in that I give myself a little bit of credit. And now this last one might be my most colossal screw up. In a recent video that I did titled How God Feels About Slavery, I took the position that God is not endorsing slavery, but rather he is regulating and progressively improving the society that exists regarding slavery. Which is still my position, but I just supported it very poorly in the video. My mistake was first pointed out to me by a friend of mine on social media, so I guess he kind of gets first credit for it. A few of you did point it out to me in the comments section, and even a small YouTuber did a response video to it. And in most of those responses, it was very clear to me that the passages that I cited were not the best passages that I could have used to support this position. As it turns out, the passages that I cited in Exodus and Leviticus were passages that referenced specifically Hebrew slaves versus the general slave population, which is a much weaker argument for the position that I took. You guys were very quick to point out that I got lazy and didn't do the work that I should have. And I think all I really did with this video is demonstrate that I need to do a lot more dedicated research in this specific area. So all of that being said, thank you to those of you who stick with me despite me being a messed up, flawed human being. If you want to help me spread my deep embarrassment and help keep me accountable for future videos, go ahead and like and share this video with your friends. Otherwise, I hope to see you next week. Probably, unless I decide to get lazy and skip another week for the holidays. But thanks so much for watching, and as always, thanks for arguing with me.